Why Kenya Moore was banned, revenge porn scandal exposed. Part 2. Kenya Moore, star of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, was set to unveil her latest venture, Kenya Moore Hair Care Spa. This grand opening was supposed to be a triumph, a testament to Moore's business acumen. Instead, it descended into chaos forever, etching its place in Real Housewives infamy. New cast member Britt Eady arrived with a peace offering. She presented Moore with flowers, a gesture intended to smooth over their past disagreements. Little did she know she was stepping into a viper's nest called Kenya. Moore's reaction to the flowers was icy. She refused the gift, her face a mask of disdain. The tension in the room thickened, palpable to everyone present. Castmates exchanged uneasy glances, sensing the shift in the atmosphere. What started as a celebration of success quickly became a spectacle of another kind. This is part 2 of Kenya's clown show. Please like this video, comment, share, follow or stay. Delulu, let's dive back into the chaos. As the event unraveled, one question lingered in the air. What was Kenya thinking? Was this a calculated move for attention or a spontaneous act fueled by personal vendetta? Whatever the motive, the consequences would be far-reaching, leaving a trail of shock and bewilderment in their wake. Kenya Moore's actions left the cast and viewers reeling. The celebration took a dark turn when Moore, amidst the unsuspecting crowd, revealed a series of explicit images. These weren't just any pictures, they allegedly depicted Britt Eady engaging in graphic sexual acts. Gasps rippled through the room. The festive atmosphere evaporated, replaced by a stunned silence. Cameras meant to capture the glitz and glamour of the event now zoomed in on the horrified faces of the attendees. Cast members Drew Sidora Portia, William Cynthia Bailey, and Shamia Morton, present at the event, were blindsided. Their initial shock quickly morphed into disgust and outrage. Social media erupted with fans and critics alike expressing their horror and disappointment. Kenya Moore is celebrated by her fans for her sharp wit, but the rest of us always knew she was an evil, self-centered woman who takes no accountability for her actions and is now the subject of widespread condemnation, rightfully so. Portia William, visibly shaken, made it clear that she wanted no association with the unfolding drama. The incident, far from being a private matter, had spilled into the public domain, threatening to tarnish the reputation of everyone involved, and has instead become a public relations nightmare. Was this a desperate attempt to sabotage a fellow cast member or a calculated move to generate controversy and secure her place on the show? Whatever the reason, the damage was done. The event, forever tainted by the scandal, served as a stark reminder of the dark side of reality television, where the lines between personal vendettas and manufactured drama become blurred. Kenya Moore's premeditated actions expose her to criminal and civil liability, while Bravo's handling of the incident raises questions about accountability in reality TV. The case underscores the risks of weaponizing intimate content for retaliation, a cautionary tale for public figures and networks alike. Moore's attempts to explain her behavior only deepened the controversy. In the aftermath of the incident, Kenya Moore initially denied any involvement. Fake news, she declared, dismissing the accusations as a malicious fabrication. However, as the evidence mounted and public outcry intensified, her denials rang increasingly hollow. The images circulated widely online were difficult to refute. The court of public opinion had reached its verdict. Kenya Moore was guilty of a serious lapse in judgment, and as pressure mounted, Moore changed her tune. She admitted to displaying the images, but offered a justification: retaliation. According to Moore, Eady had previously threatened her with a gun. This claim, however, was met with skepticism. Because we all know Kenya's a pathological liar, Eady vehemently denied ever threatening Moore, calling the accusation a blatant lie. No evidence surfaced to support Moore's claim, casting further doubt on her version of events. The gun threat allegation, instead of garnering sympathy, further inflamed the situation. It painted a picture of a woman scorned, willing to go to extreme lengths to exact revenge. The narrative shifted from Moore being a victim of online bullying to her being the perpetrator of a calculated smear campaign. The more she tried to explain her actions, the deeper she seemed to dig herself into a hole of her own making. The denial and subsequent justification, far from mitigating the damage, only exacerbated the situation. Moore's credibility was and remains irrevocably tarnished. Kenya Moore's conduct, particularly in light of her admission that she employed a private investigator to aid in the planning and execution of a public sexual humiliation, exposes her to significant legal liability, both criminal and civil. The production company and network may also face vicarious and institutional liability, especially if proper protocols were not followed to protect cast and crew. The premeditated and retaliatory nature of the act strengthens every potential claim against Moore and increases the likelihood of successful prosecution or civil judgment. So, who is the woman at the center of the scandal? Britt Eady, the woman thrust into the center of this maelstrom, was relatively unknown before joining the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her past, however, provided ample fodder for speculation and judgment. Eady's resume boasted a stint at Allstate from 2023, followed by the launch of her own company agency, Jumpstart. Eady, a self-proclaimed video vixen, had appeared in Soulja Boy's 2008 hit, Kiss Me Through the Phone. The video, featuring Eady in various states of undress, resurfaced amidst the scandal, painting her as an easy target for slut-shaming and moral policing. Her marriage to Michael Cunningham, How You Doing, in 2020 did little to shield her from the onslaught of judgment and scrutiny. The explicit images, whether real or fabricated, had a life of their own, circulating online and fueling endless speculation about her character. She became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the high price of fame and the dangers of crossing paths with someone like Kenya Moore. Despite the scandal, Eady remained defiant. The experience, though undoubtedly traumatic, showcased Eady's resilience. She emerged from the ordeal not broken, but determined to reclaim her narrative and define herself on her own terms. Kenya Moore's conduct, particularly in light of her admission that she employed a private investigator to aid in the planning and execution of a public sexual humiliation, only further show proof that she is a broken, unloved, self-sabotaging clown who played stupid games and officially won her stupid prize of not only being canceled by Sally's Beauty, but is fired from her $500,000 a year housewives job. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below and see you on the next video. Bye.